Hello, chums, and welcome to another episode of the Nindie Nook. I'm RC, and this, as usual, is my co-host and co-pilot, Sushi the Cat. Today we're going to be checking out Lightfall, which is a really cool platformer. I gotta say, guys, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I am really enjoying this game so far. If you are into games like the recently released Celeste, or say Ori and the Blind Forest, you're going to like this one. If you haven't played those games, if you're into platformers that are a little bit more difficult, offer a challenge, this might be another one that you're interested in too. So hey, let's jump into the game, shall we? So here we are at the beginning of Act 3. Now obviously I've already finished the first two acts, and I'm really raring to see what's going to happen here. You play as this little character here. He's a little shadow character. I believe his name is Nox.
Memories that will forever haunt me. The night owl's last stand. For centuries, the night owls had watched over the land. Here we fought the greatest threat Numbra had ever faced, the Black Swarm.
And there is our owl companion. Now, I don't remember his name offhand, but he is sitting over here waiting for us. And as you progress through the level, he actually gives you more story tidbits, which I think is pretty cool, and it's a good way to uncover the story. And he speaks as you can keep platforming, so you don't have to stop and watch a cutscene or halt your gameplay or anything like that. You could just keep playing, and he keeps talking to unveil some of the story, which I think is great. So you play as this little shadow guy. He has a few different abilities. He can run really fast, as we see here. But what this game is pretty much based on is the idea of these interesting shadow boxes that he can create. So when you jump up in the air, he doesn't get a double jump, but he has the ability to put a shadow box underneath him. So if you need to climb, you can keep climbing like so. Which I think is a very unique and cool ability. I don't know that I've seen that in too many games, if any. He also has the ability to create boxes that he could... These pretty much control different things throughout the level, like little puzzle areas. One level actually had me controlling a boat propeller. So, you create this, it goes to the boat propeller, and you control it through that way, which is a pretty cool idea. You also have an attack, which is this. It's pretty devastating, isn't it? You can take out a lot of enemies with it, or at least shut them up for a second for you to get by, which is pretty helpful. And of course, you can put this up as a barrier. So if you're running through and something is shooting at you, you can put it up to block. So you can put it up behind you, in front of you, whatever works for the moment. So, alright, so let's move on, shall we? Now this game has sort of a limbo type look to it. It's another 2D platformer that I think if you enjoy, this is another game you might like, because it has that sort of dark feel and look to it. Everything has that black look. Oh, we're going into flashbacks now. Alright, so what's funny right there is that I was sort of just going into how this game is really good about not going into cutscenes, during it and keeping you from playing the game. But that whole level that I just finished there, which I'm skipping for you so that way there's no spoilers, was pretty much all a story dump there. Though, I will say, it was very interesting. And you get to learn more about the backstory of the owl, as we said. So, one of the other things you're going to notice here is that you have these yellow triangles that you're trying to fulfill and little blue droplets below it. Now, both of those things are things that you need to find in the level. Now, they're not
Ravoria's creations are hidden everywhere around us.
Whoa! Like there, for instance. But this will just spit us back to that checkpoint there. So yeah, those things are not required to find in the level, but they do extend the game quite a bit. And you'll see here. Most of the things are actually hidden in trapdoors like that one we just opened there. So you gotta look for little clues as to where they could be. I've had levels where I found them all and had levels where I found maybe one. So some of them are kind of difficult to find. Alright, and these work as your checkpoints, so anytime you perish from these points, that's where you're gonna end up restarting from. And one of the other things you might notice too is that when you're using these squares, the more you jump, you'll see that the little triangle inside the shadow box actually fulfills. So you could do 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at this point, it's warning you, letting you know, hey, you can't create anymore. So the way you replenish that is you actually touch a twig or a ground or something you could stand on, and that will replenish your boxes, which is pretty helpful. So a lot of the puzzles in this game revolve around you being able to use as many boxes as you can without touching the ground, and then touching the ground eventually. Now that is a scary swinging trap right there. And there you go, like so. We've avoided the trap. So you can see here, we still have these 4 items to find, and we have not found even one of them yet. Oh, that's a trap. Not good. But you gotta explore. You gotta explore to find this stuff. That's how it works. So here we go. We may have found one down here. There we go. So we know we have a yellow one to find in here. Now, a lot of times these are going to be difficult. They put these in as extra challenges for you to grab them. So we don't want to touch any of this pink stuff here. So it's all about timing. It's all about jumping and timing. So we can fall down here. We press and hold Y. That gives us a little yellow triangle. And now, believe it or not, we actually have to get ourselves out of here and survive to actually bring that yellow piece back. Now the way you get to keep the yellow piece is you actually get back to your checkpoint where those hollow triangles are at, and once you get there, it fills it in, and I'll show you what happens. Because it looks like we made it out just without much issue in that one. There are a few other really hard ones that I've gone through already, but here we go. We're getting up to the checkpoint. And there we go. Now, it's a little hidden by this tree and brush and stuff like that, but what it does is it gives you a little bit of story. Now, any of the things that you unlock in the game, actually, if you hold Y again during this thing, you can actually go into this little Shadow Realm area, and you can go through all of these different things here, and I'll demonstrate to you how this Xbox actually works here. Not the console. It's not an Xbox. I just know you hit the X button, and a box appears. But when you use it, you can actually hit Y, and it'll turn, and it'll go to different entries here that you can read. So you can see each wheel actually represents a different act. So this first one is Act 1. You can see I've gotten all of those, but I missed 4 in Act 2.
He was clever, that one. You remind me of her in many ways.
So that's normally how the story unfolds. He kind of talks to you a bit. Oh man, we got this thing going on. I don't think I'm gonna make it this first time. Oh, there was an area there I could have went. Hold on. I'm gonna restart that because it looked like there was something I missed there. Let's try this again. See, these are the things you gotta be on the lookout for. Right here. Oh, fall down. There we go. Oh, wow. I gotta be quick. Okay, so this is gonna be a really good challenge here and a great example of some of the challenges you have in here. So you gotta run down here as quick as you can. There we go. Burst that open, get to the bottom. Boom, we did it. Now those blue things, we didn't get a chance to really look at it because we were being pushed, but those are actually like trapped souls and trapped villagers that you're saving. Okay, there's that. Alright, so this is probably the way to go, but we want to jump down here. Here we go, yep. See, these are the kind of secrets you're looking for here. Oop. Always hit the wrong button. There we go. So we got a second lost soul there. Oh yeah, we don't want to go in there, do we? That is dangerous. Nothing in that little room. Oh, we do have something down here though. Are we about to find it? Yes, we found it. So we're gonna actually 100% this level, which feels really good. But first we gotta make it through this crazy trap, right? Ooh, that's close. Oh, I'm not gonna make this jump. Nope. So these are the puzzles that are going to be challenging. Again, these are optional. You don't need to do these to actually get through the game. But it's where the fun is, I think. This is where the fun of the game is actually being able to nail these challenges. Okay, we managed to get the yellow triangle here. Let's see if we can actually make it back. This is going to be the tough part here. Ugh. Yeah, I got it through! Okay, now we just gotta get ourselves back up here without perishing again. And I think we got this. Boom! There it is. 100% this act. Not bad, right? So without spoiling anything or showing off too much of the game, that is Lightfall. There's of course, way more to it. Actually, you can see down here in the level selection, you can go back at any point to any of the previous levels you already played through, and you could actually go and collect all of the yellow triangles and the lost souls. And if you get to a point where, of course, if you want to play through it on hard, you have the option of switching the difficulty to hard or normal, if it's not a hard enough game already. And of course, you have the option of speedrunning through the game too. Like I was saying before, none of those collectibles are, something that you have to collect to get through the game. So there is a speedrun option for those of you who want to just see how fast you can get through. Well, there you go, chums. That is Lightfall. Definitely gets a recommendation from me because I think it is a cool platformer, and I'm really looking forward to playing through the rest of it. Hey, do me a favor, why don't you? Subscribe to Video Chums here on YouTube. And while you're at it, subscribe to GGRC because that is my own personal channel, and I play through a lot of different games on it. And while you're at it, hey, follow us on Twitter too. Both Video Chums and Watch GGRC on Twitter. So that way we can let you know when all these videos are available for you to watch. Until next time, Video Chums,